What's poppin', y'all? It looks like Blueface is hell-bent on getting revenge on Adin Ross after catching a fat L at the brand risk event versus one of Adin Ross's prize fighters and close friend, Chibu. Now, after the event where he lost, there was a statement made by Blueface that messed things up for him a lot.
Can we get you back in here, bro? Can we see you back in brand risk?
Hey, you know damn well you ain't gonna lose your own money on your own fight card. I definitely wouldn't score that in a unanimous decision. I'd give it 4-2. But hey, shout out to brand risk.
Shout out to brand risk. And Blue, if you do get back on brand risk, do you want a rematch or who do you want to fight?
I probably won't get back on brand risk because you tampering with the bets.
Never that. Never that. I don't know what he's talking about. Chibu! Chibu! You're the champ. What they talking about? You're the champion of this brand risk. What's next for you at brand risk?
Lose some weight. Because this 6th rounder tells me I need to do more. Come on. Wait, cruiserweight on the way. Cruiserweight on the way.
Cruiserweight on the way. Chibu, real quick, last question for you. They said this fight wasn't going to happen unless you did 6 rounds. They didn't think your cardio could do it.
Come on, man. I'm here, gang. I'm here, bro. I'm here to work against all odds, all adversity. I'm right here, bro. Thank you, God, bro.
So here, this caused a lot of chaos because they don't want to be seen as rigging the fights. Now, granted, we have to give a little bit of backstory here because Chibu was not meant to fight Blueface, and Chibu was significantly heavier than Blueface. Blueface agreed to fight him on the count that they would increase the rounds, but Chibu ended up actually having better cardio than Blueface and winning regardless. Blueface was initially supposed to fight Ruga from Chicago, who the commission, according to Adin Ross and Jordan and Brand Risk, would not allow Ruga to fight Blueface because of the skill disparity. Or they said the commission wouldn't allow him to fight. Yet the commission allowed Ruga to fight that same night. He fought somebody else and he ended up winning. So that was a little bit odd, and that's when Blueface calls it out in this new interview with Adam 22.
The difference between you and Ray J is that you finish the fight and you say, y'all are cheating. Ray J finishes the fight and says, I was trying to cheat and this motherfucker it up.
He never said any of that.
He said we had a plan.
Who was we?
Him and Super Hot Fire.
Did he just say him and Super Hot Fire, or did he say we?
He did say
we. Can't assume
but
we means him and Super Hot Fire. We means come on, bro.
So you think him, Super Hot Fire, and Brand Risk together might have had a plan?
Any of that. All I'm saying is what he said shine some light onto what I said. Now, if you guys want to keep trying to manipulate it and individualize it and make it seem like this is, come on, bro. If the same conversation and allegation keeps coming from the same person throwing, what are we talking about? Why are we trying to?
But I think Adin Ross really wants to make Brand Risk this official thing, and I don't think he would take the risk of doing anything like that because it's going to get in the way of that.
I'm not saying he is. Don't get my words misconstrued. I'm not saying he's the mastermind to it. All I'm saying is he's not avoiding it, right? You're not gonna. Me personally, I'm not gonna throw an event and make a bet on the event,
right?
Or pick a side on my own event.
So here, Blueface is trying to say, like, hey, look, this rigging, he's trying to point us in the direction of what he initially said, which was the rigging, which was a concern that Rain, the promoter of the event, and Brand Risk did not want on their name, because these guys, their whole thing that they're running, and the reason why these fights are able to happen and be able to pay out these fighters is because of betting. And people are putting their bets on who's going to win, and then the sponsor takes a ton of money, obviously. So if people are like, yo, this thing is rigged, then they're not going to bet anymore, and that's going to collapse the entire event. But here, keep in mind, Blueface is tight with Ray J, who's tight with WAC 100. Well, they're tight through WAC 100. Not saying that WAC was involved at all with the Ray J fight, but he's saying that, the way he's defending Ray J is crazy here, though. Like, I do think Blueface is trying to say, hey, look, the Ray J situation happened, and he's trying to allude or you could deduce that he's saying when Ray J was saying he wasn't actually, we can't just assume that he was saying we to Super Hot Fire. He was probably talking about we had a plan, including Brand Risk. And they were all in on it to make something happen. And this is where it's like, come on, dude, Blueface. Like, you got to think we're goofy, stupid, dumb. What other word do we have to describe it? Because what Ray J was saying in that ring, he was talking directly to Super Hot Fire.
You don't deserve to talk to him. What the is that? You done got a good ass cut and then came here and got stunned.
Yo, I thought we had a plan.
What the you just say? Hot, super hot. Come here. Come on.
Like a bro. Like that? For real, man? That's janky as
Say what you gotta say, man.
I don't want to say too much because I don't want to get nobody in trouble, but he took an L tonight.
We didn't take Yo ass over here. You want me to show you what you did? Where was y'all at? You were somewhere around this rain bed sign, and he took one punch. Hey, what? Ray J, this is professional, man. You can't just do it the.
I gotta talk to the.
Y'all talk backstage. I ain't even gonna interview y'all. Super, come here. Super.
Oh no, we can't assume we means him and Super Hot Fire. If you are looking directly at a person, walking directly towards a person, following that person around, and that same person is looking down, looking at you from the corner of their eye, doesn't even want to make eye contact with you, and leaves the venue as soon as possible, I don't think you're assuming by saying that when he says we, he's talking to the individual right in front of him. It's like if he's looking at him and says you, and we're like, well, he could have meant anybody in that crowd when he says you. Just because he was looking at somebody and he was walking towards him and he was speaking to him, he could have meant anybody. Come on, dog. We know he was talking about Super Hot Fire. And before the outcome even happened, Adin Ross, the first round of the fight, was not happy with it. Like, we have the whole story. We watched the whole stream. The first round, Super Hot Fire didn't throw a single punch. And Adin Ross, the entire commentary, he's like, yo, why is this guy not throwing anything? What's going on? Why is he not throwing a punch? What's going on? He's surprised, clearly. And then he tells Jordan, who's the co-owner of Brand Risk, to talk to Super Hot Fire. And Super Hot Fire gets pressed by that guy, Jordan. He's like, yo, what the hell are you doing? And then he goes in there and knocks the guy out. So to say that Adin Ross and Jordan and Brand Risk were in on it with Ray J, then why would Ray J be surprised by the outcome? And why would they have him knocked out? This was a real knockout if they all had a plan together. Are you going to say that, oh, well, Adin Ross and all of those guys betrayed Ray J and then they told the guy to knock him out after round one, and Adin Ross had to fake that he was surprised that Super Hot Fire wasn't throwing punches? Now you're getting into this convoluted theory that is so hard to execute, it doesn't even make sense. And also, Super Hot Fire's pay is being withheld too. So if Super Hot Fire was a part of it, you're telling us that Super Hot Fire also got... So Super Hot Fire and Ray J that were all in on the plan with Brand Risk, and they get screwed over by Brand Risk, and both of their pay gets held. That doesn't really make sense to me. So I think he's just trying to defend Ray J. You cannot defend Ray J in this situation at all. However, he would reveal, Blueface that is, and in the beginning, his pay was held. And then they said, okay, there would be a fine and they would pay him. This event was months ago. Well, Blueface would reveal that he hasn't even gotten paid yet.
That makes sense.
Did you get paid for that fight?
Nope.
Nothing.
Still hasn't came to me.
Are you guys going back and forth?
Yeah, you know, they're doing their negotiating and whatnot, but
okay.
Here it is, another event, bro. I'm telling you, bro. When you don't do things correctly from jump, it's a downhill effect.
Do you think you fucked up by not putting the logo on your shorts, which they claim you were supposed to?
No.
That's a relevant part of it?
That's maybe a reason for a deduction.
Okay.
Maybe a fine.
Right.
That's not a reason not to pay, or else you shouldn't let them up even enter the building if it's that serious, right?
I mean, I guess from their perspective, it's actually probably good because then they can just say, hey, we're not going to pay you after the fact. Like, I don't know if brand risk would agree, but.
Exactly. But listen to how that sounds. That sounds like finesse, right? That sounds like shiesty business, right?
Well, it would have been hard to add the logo at the last minute, too.
I think this is shiesty. I think this is whack. I personally don't like this because Blueface, this guy, number one, first let's go in on Blueface a little bit. Pause. He's talking about, yeah, you see how like they would let me, that's shiesty business that they would let me come in without the shorts on and fight just to withhold my pay. No. How about it's shiesty business that you attempt to come in and violate the contract where they told you to have the logo on your shorts? You started the whole shiesty business. You're like, yeah, you know, if I came in without the shorts and then they just let me fight, why would they even let me in the building? Yeah, if you tried to play shiesty with them, it's deserved. Equal and opposite reaction. They're like, okay, this guy doesn't want to put the logo on his shorts. Let him fight. We're not going to pay him out. And we're going to get the money from the fight. That's a reasonable response from them, if that was the case. But they were just willing to fine. He came in with the shiesty behavior and shiesty business in this situation. So we have to get that out of the way. Now, the second part where he talks about not being paid, I think that's grimy because he went in there and you guys just pretty much fed him to a wolf to build up your own fighter. And there's still no outcome. We haven't heard an update with that. You guys just got him to shut up. You got him and Wack to shut up about the rigging. And now what's the deal? I think Blueface needs to get paid if he complied with everything you guys said after. Or we need an outcome to this because it seems like they're just dragging this along. And this is, I would say this is not as bad as the rigging, but fighters not getting paid is definitely not a good look when you're trying to get new fighters into the scene and to fight for you. And on top of that, Blueface would even say that Adin Ross screwed him out of another fight.
This soured you on boxing in general, where you're just kind of like, man.
Nah, boxing is boxing's like the music industry. It's not what people think it is. It's actually very hard to get consistent fights. The more people you beat, the less people want to fight. It's hard to, you know, it's actually harder than the music industry. I done had at least 3 to 4 fights planned, flyers didn't go up, and it doesn't fall through.
The Swaggy P one was the most publicized one?
Exactly, that too. And look, feel me, Adin fucked that up for me as well.
Wait, why did Adin fuck that up?
Because Swaggy don't want to fight because he saw that fight.
Oh.
So now he's like, damn, I don't want to fight him because he can actually, you know, he just went 6 rounds with this guy.
Right.
And you can see, you know, if you watch somebody fight, bro, you get the chance to decide if you want to fight them or not after.
Yeah.
Come on, you know?
Yeah. Because, I mean, despite the fact that you got a loss on that fight, you looked really good out there. Like, the fight was very, very competitive.
Exactly.
And
so
you were
the next person that I'm
swanging.
Supposed to fight is like, all right. So that off for me, too.
That's crazy because I just feel like Swaggy P, like, nobody gives a if you're a good fighter or not. Like, just get in there.
But nobody wants to embarrass yourself, bro. Yeah. Nobody wants to sign up for a loss. People got kids. It's gonna be wives in there, you know.
Yeah,
you gotta think about the internal loss. The videos and the edits and all that shit. It's an internal thing, like.
Yeah, it is crazy too, because like I've heard that from a lot of people in the sort of celebrity boxing world, where they're like, "Yo, we book fights all the time, and motherfuckers pull out like 2 weeks in advance,
That's
1 week in advance, bro. So all the time."
It's a business. Like, it's not more profitable than.
So there was actually supposed to be a fight in March of Swaggy P that they had been promoting a long time. Swaggy P, Nick Young, former NBA player, guy that dated, what's her name? Playboy Cardi's baby mama, Neon's best friend and business partner, the new classic, Iggy Azalea. Yes, her. So they were supposed to fight in March initially, and then it was moved to May. And that fight, and then it was moved to July, I think now, but I don't think it's going to happen at all. And now he's saying that it's because Swaggy P saw that fight, because Blueface ended up taking the fight versus Chibu a couple of months ago. This was 2 months ago, which is 2 months. The guy still hasn't been paid. March 15th. So it was supposed to be around the same time. And he says that, he saw how nice Blueface was in the ring, which Blueface has fought before, but I think he hasn't seen him fight. And he was like, this guy's been in jail. He got fat, or he gained a lot of weight and yeah, he's back to training, but I've been healthy this whole time. I can probably take him. He sees the guy in the ring. He's like, okay, I don't want no parts. And Blueface is right that he probably lost his opportunity because he took the one with Chibu. And I think maybe the one with Chibu was a better payday on Adin Ross's card. But now, and this is the thing too, he lost to Chibu. So you would think that Nick Young would still be willing to fight him, but I think he just realized that, yo, this guy is the same weight as you. Nick Young and Blueface are probably going to pull up the same weight, and it would be an embarrassment for Nick Young. He would have lost. So now Blueface loses 2 different paydays because he decided to take on an Adin Ross fight. And he did them a favor too, because Blueface was willing to fight Ruga. That was the initial thing, which was a guaranteed win for Blueface. But I do think what Blueface has some validity in saying that they may have used the commission as an excuse to change the fight between him and Ruga and have him fight someone else. I am inclined, in my honest opinion, to believe that may have been reasoning that they used. But does that mean that the commission is rigging for them? No. I don't think the outcomes of the fights are rigged at all by the commission. However, that one specific scenario, the commission not feeling like Ruga was up to par to fight, but then letting him fight anyway, that's suspicious. And the best way to sell that to a Blueface, especially if you're trying to make the fight, and this is very short notice, this is like several weeks before, less than several weeks. I think they changed this within 2 weeks. You're going to tell them like, listen, it's out of our hands. You're not going to tell them, yeah, you know, we think it's better to put Chibu against you because he's really good and we want to build him up, and him beating you would really help us out because Chibu's our guy. And Ruga, we know you're going to work him easily, so we're going to put him against somebody that he's more likely to beat because Ruga did win. So now we can have another Ruga fight that would sell better or get more attention the second time, more hype, because he already won one, than him just getting knocked out by you and not really having much of anticipation for another fight. So I am with Blueface on that one. But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm going to see y'all on the next one.